Hi, it's Sarah, and I wanted to share a tip with you about how you present foods to kids and how you talk about food to kids. And that is to be really neutral about food. Be calm, be chill, and treat food just as food, not as one food being better than the other or worse than the other. So this means that we don't want to overly hype up certain foods as being like the most delicious, amazing thing. We don't want to scold certain food choices. We also don't want to overly praise food choices. So if a child eats something that maybe we think they won't like, and maybe they've never even had it before, if we overly praise, oh, you did such a good job, I'm so proud of you for trying that, that can send a message that, should I not like this food? Maybe this is a gross food. The grown-ups around me don't expect me to enjoy this food. We also want to avoid using food as a reward or a bribe for good behavior, or as a reward for eating other foods. So, if you eat this, you can have that. We want to avoid all these things because when we're not neutral about food, it creates this hierarchy of foods in our children's minds. And what is happening there is we're taking our own preconceived notions, or maybe our own food preferences, or maybe just the society's ideas about what kinds of foods kids like and what kinds of foods kids don't like. And we're kind of putting that on our kid before they've ever had some of these food experiences. And so when we do that, it gets in the way of them being able to experience foods on their own. And it creates this hierarchy where maybe they think of some foods as being more desirable or overly desirable, or as being rewards. And maybe they think of other foods as being yucky or gross or a chore, something we just eat because we have to. Or maybe even as a punishment. And we never want food to be a punishment. So as grown-ups, it can be hard sometimes, right? Because we have our own experiences and preferences and things that we've learned through our culture. We have to work to be neutral about foods so that we can create that neutral environment where kids can be free to explore different foods and learn about different foods, as well as learn about their own preferences without some of these other factors coming into play. So be neutral, be chill and calm. Food is food. And when you do that, you're creating a really helpful environment for your child's feeding development.